Hi there, I'm Chelsea.
I'm Bapasha.
And I'm Mira, and with us today we have Laura Blake-Jones, our Dean of Students, and Mary Jo Desprez, Director of Wolverine Wellness. Thank you for joining us.
It's our pleasure.
And today we have Nico the Therapy Dog, who's gonna lend a paw for our Q&A.
We have a bunch of questions that our fellow Wolverines asked, so let's get right into it.
Okay, first question. What campus activities do you recommend when there seems to be little to do?
So the first thing that the students can do is just talk to their RAs. The RAs will have lots of ideas of things that are happening. UMix is always happening at CCI. This is a great season for all of our sports teams, so you can go to mgoblue.com. And then finally, spring in Ann Arbor is such a great time to get outside, so going and exploring the Nichols Arboretum are some of the things that come to mind.
Sounds fun. How can students find events?
Well, there are literally thousands of things going on, and I know that it can be overwhelming. Happenings at Michigan is the place to go to be able to find a complete listing of everything that's going on, and also to make it a little easier for students and more digestible. Every Sunday night an email comes out of things to do. You can check that out on Sunday night and map out your week.
What about dogs?
And including therapy dogs. You can go to Happenings and find out where the therapy dogs are on campus, including Nico and Nico's friend Hawkeye.
All right, do you have any advice for Wolverine well-being and for mindful social gatherings?
I do. You know, it's really important to talk to your friends and your roommates when you're planning a social gathering to make sure that everybody's comfortable and to recognize and be mindful that there's many people who choose not to drink for a variety of reasons. You know, it might be that they're on a medication having been ill. It could be for religious or cultural reasons. It might be that they're choosing consciously to abstain because of a family history or being in recovery. And thinking about all that as you plan events is really, really important.
Do you have any tips for how to start that conversation?
Yeah, we actually have some guides that students have told us are really helpful. So there's a guide called the Safe Social Gathering Guide that really helps sort of create a really cool vibe and environment that really puts people's health and safety. We have the Stay in the Blue Strategies Guide, which really helps people be mindful sort of their BAC. And then the third one is really about cannabis conversations with cannabis use, really being sure that you're having those back and forth conversations with friends about how that's impacting the group.
All right, next question. How can I help a friend if I'm concerned that they've used too much?
Don't shy away from getting help for a friend. It's imperative that you reach out, call 911, ask for the help that someone needs, and stay with them until help arrives. I know that can be scary for folks, and if you've reviewed the laws and policies in advance, you know that Michigan's medical amnesty policy will protect you and your friend from any legal ramifications from getting the help that people need.
How can I support friends who might be struggling with their well-being?
So I think it's a really important question, and I think sometimes those of us knowing what the resources are so we can connect the dots in just the right moment is the most important. And so there's two things. It's sort of like our own personal well-being and then the broader community well-being. On the Wellbeing Collective website, there's actually something called the Continuum of Care that allows students to see the breadth of all the resources that we have, no matter where we are sort of on our mental health journey. So there are some low-level interventions and there are some more significant interventions, but that's a great resource for helping the helpers connect the dots for their friends.
Thank you both for all of that great advice.
Of course.
And a big thanks to Nico.
We hope these tips will help you have a safe spring at U of M. And don't forget to
stay in the blue.
Expect respect.
And go Blue!
And today we have Nico the Therapy Dog, who's gonna lend a paw to our Q&A.
And what about dogs?
He's a dog.
All right, next question. How can I help a friend if I'm concerned that they've used too much?
Well, first of all, you shouldn't shy away ever from helping a friend. Looking out for help and staying until help arrives. Are we stopping? Come on, Nico.
Yeah.
Awesome, buddy.
Good boy.
So good.
Wait. Sit. Can you sit?